Hi and smiles, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great day. Today I have so many scraps. So I was looking for ways to use some of them up, and I came up with an idea because my daughter had given me these magazines. They are actually from when she used to work at the Safety Codes Council, and they are really nice and thick pieces of paper. So what thought I'd do with them is I'm going to make like a collage book. So then I can just rip out the pages and then make them into tags or journaling cards or whatever. But I thought this way I would have the bases started, and that would make everything a little easier if I had the bases when I went to make something, and use up some of these scraps. So I thought I'd just take you along and show you what I've been doing. So basically, I'm going to put scraps on the one side, and then like coffee dyed paper and such on the other side. So I'm going to just show you. I thought this was a great idea, and like if you have any kind of magazines or books that you don't think you're going to use what's inside, but they have a decent weight of paper, this is a great idea, I thought, for using up some of your scraps. And then you will have the basis. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to think too much. I'm just going to put stuff on. This is how I think I'll do this. And that's what I have been doing. So I'm going to just place my papers on this. Do a little collaging, and I'm not going to bother with inking or anything. I can do that later if I so choose. But basically, I want to use up some of these scraps. My scrap piles was getting out of control. So it was time to start doing something with the scraps. And some of these papers are my own papers. Some belong to other people's. I think this one was from Medieval Mirage. She had a free kit, I believe, around, maybe it was around Christmas. And I just thought it was so pretty. I couldn't resist. It was very nice. And then some of these scraps are experiments that I was doing because I want to, as I was trying to make some digitals. And of course, if you do that, you have to experiment and see what they look like when they're all printed off. Oh yeah, that'll go nice on there, I think. So this is kind of a relaxing, I find collaging such a nice relaxing time. And it just makes me really calm. And I find if you just go for it, don't overthink it, it's really quite lovely. Again, I am trying to line up with the page sides, but it's not necessary really. But okay, now what other I should try and put some, yeah, this is another one of those papers that I was running off as I was experimenting on digital, making a kit. Okay, that's getting kind of goopy. I'm going to have to get rid of that soon, I think. So I just put this on this side. And let's see. I'm thinking that I might want a little bit of, not music, but a little bit of writing, words. Yeah, I'm gonna put that right there. I'm almost at the time that it's getting nice enough outside that hopefully next week it'll stay that nice and I'll be able to do some tea dyeing, coffee dyeing. Okay, that one I think is all done. Start on this one. Okay, let's see what else do we have here. Might work nice. This one. Let's see. Sort of want to keep that flower intact. Take off on this side, and maybe we'll just I just want the flower, I think, is what I want to do on this spot. Maybe over here. So these papers are light enough that I'm using my glue stick. But of course, if you use a little heavier papers, just you can use your liquid glue. Doing this, it's a little quicker with the glue stick than the wet glue. Okay, ooh, I think I'll keep that piece for on the back. Okay, so I've got pieces all over my desk here. So I'm reaching on both sides of me. Yeah, I'll just cut that one in half. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. Very green on the side. I have this little piece, might look nice over here. And I'd keep it away from the edge just a tad, because otherwise when you close the book, it just folds in on itself and comes apart at the very seamy part anyway. So when you go to use it, of course, you're cutting it up and you can make it any size, so you don't really need to have it right to the edge. Excuse me. Okay, I'll just put that one there. That's good. Okay, and I have this lacy piece. It's kind of nice, but I don't think I want it that big. one's a little thicker, so I think I'm going to use a little bit of liquid glue with this, just because the paper's a tad bit thicker. The other is the thickness of like photocopy paper, so it works really well with the glue stick. I went grocery shopping earlier today, and oh my goodness, the store was quite busy, hopping with people. And I just noticed that it seems like every time I go grocery shopping almost these days, the prices are higher. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. All right. So let's see. Maybe I want to put a, maybe I want to put one of these flowers over on this side too. Maybe up there. Think about that. Okay, I need a little piece, right? Well, a couple of little pieces over here. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. So we'll put this one on there. Again, this is a little bit thicker, so I like to use the liquid glue just to make sure it stays secure. Whoop. Don't put that in the glue stick lid. Okay. Just hold that down for a little bit. Let's see what else I got here. That fit there? Yep, pretty good, but let's see what's on this side. Yeah, I like that side a little. Oh, nope, that one's too small. I've got some pieces over here that are really tiny. That's not quite long enough one. See what else I got in here. I don't think that's going to be long enough either. How about this piece? Yeah, let's go with that piece. I'm just going to tear it a little bit. Tear it down the side, just because I want to give it a little more texture on the one side. There we go. Even though I said I'm not going to think about it much, but I'm being pretty quick. Sometimes I can dilly-dally, as they say, when I'm doing collages. And lots of times you overthink, and you really don't need to, because you're cutting it up and you're going to get a form that's completely different than what you're fully seeing on the page anyway. I think I'm going to put a little bit of that over there. There's a little piece of white on there. Oop. There we go. Okay, and we'll finish this side. Cut that off a little bit. That's bugging me. I'm going to just cut it off right like that. There. That makes me feel better, even though I didn't really need to do that. Okay, so what are we going to put over here? I have some more music. Ooh, I'm liking that right there. That was easy. Easy, easy, easy. I'm hoping that I'm fully in camera. Sometimes this sneaks down on me. There we go. I'm just going to double check that I'm in frame. Yeah, I'm in frame. Okay. So I'm thinking I might want a piece of hiding over here. Excuse me. I'm just going to rough that up a little bit. I just don't want this quite so straight, so I'll take a little bit off. There we go. We'll get that on there. So this goes relatively quickly, and that makes it kind of nice. I'm kind of excited to try this technique. I'm sure there's others out there that do have thought of this, I'm sure. Like, I'm never completely sure of what others are doing, because you know, there is a lot of artists out there that do incredible work, that I'm sure come up with things. I'm going to put that one down there, that are very, well, I'm going to actually put a little bit of wet glue on this one, that if it's not exactly the same, it's a very similar idea. But I find you can't worry about that. You have to do your thing, and that's all you can worry about. And I do watch other artists, you know, and crafters videos, but I cannot always remember who did what, and I will you know, I will get an idea from watching them and stuff like that. And that's what it's all about. That's what this community is all about. That's what you're supposed to do, right? Like, I hope that you take the ideas and things that I do, and you make them your own, or you do exactly the same. It doesn't matter to me, as long as you're enjoying what you're doing. And I hope that I help teach you some things. Okay, I guess I shouldn't have cut that really, but that's all right. So I need a couple more, and then these pages are going to be done. I wonder what this would be like. I think it might be, this was, you know, looks like lace. Maybe on top there. Do it. Just wish it was a little bit wider. I think I might just put that all the way down. Yep. Again, it's a little thicker, so I am going to put some liquid glue on it. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so we'll just stick this along the edge because it's perfect for that, really. Whoop. Things are dropping because my desk is rather crowded right now. Okay, so we need a piece down here, which I think this will work nicely. We'll just tear that, get that on there, and then we need a piece right there. This is just quite light, so just fine with the glue stick. Okay, we'll get that on there. And then just a long piece we need again. Long. This was some of my jelly printing. And sure enough, I pulled that off a little bit too far, but that's okay, because I can just do this and this. Is that what I want to do? Nope. Maybe we'll put this a piece. Oh, actually, I'm going to just use that one because it fits really well. Just don't be snapping it off too quickly this time. Okay, again, this one's a little thicker, so I'm going to use my liquid glue again for this one. There we go. Okay, so we got this page, these pages all done. And then you don't have to worry about the base. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Okay, so this side, what we'll do is we're going to do like coffee dyed paper, or like something you can write on, because I was thinking I have these, and this one I'm thinking would be just fine. You could write on that quite easily, and it's lined paper, and I think it was jelly plate again, and I used ink on this. So let's get this. I'm wondering which would be better if I do this. See, I could always do that side too, right? But I'm thinking I like the design, and it's light enough to easily write over. So I'm going to put it on this way. That's what I'm going to do. Whoop. Just to show you how easy it is just to use up scraps of your coffee dyeing, or your this is a whole sheet that just happened to be around me. It wasn't really scraps, but that's okay. Generally I just use the scraps, of course. That's the whole idea today. Okay, we'll get this on there. Okay. There we go. And I'm going to leave the cover because it's really thick, and I'm not sure what I might do with that right now. I'm thinking maybe I will make something different, you know, with that, like some folding pockets or something. So I'm just going to leave those right now. Okay, so now we just need a couple of strips of paper. I think I have some longer ones over here that would work. Or, yeah, I got some long scraps here that could work for this particular part. Oh, that's not quite wide enough. Let's see what else I got here. These ones are all nice and long, but that one's wide enough, so we'll use some of that. And that's not wide enough for there. Let's see. There we go. And we'll use this here, and then we just need a little one there. That's what we'll do with that. Get this on there. All right. Go this side. We'll go down this side. These on there. Okay. And then we were going to put this one on, weren't we? Yeah, that fits well. Get this one on there. It feels so good to be using up some of these scraps because I tend to collect for a long time before I think about it, and I gotta stop doing that. I gotta start collaging more because I quite enjoy it. Okay, let's see if I got a small piece in here that work for that spot. Let's see. Oh, you can kind of see through that one. Yeah, that's the thing is, you do have to tend to have a bit of a darker tea-dyed papers. Oh, that's because those aren't tea-dyed. Slightly, darker because they have a strong printing on the papers in the book. So I'm gonna quit looking and just use a piece of this. Yeah, I'll just use a piece of that. And then, because I don't tend to keep super small pieces, so okay, there we go. So that'll be great. You can print on all of that. And then we've got the collage side. And so I had started in another book too, and I'll just show you a few of those. So this I collaged on the first page. I started on the first page. And then this is the writing page, the back of them. And this is where I noticed that putting it close, they tend to run into each other, and it comes up anyway, so there's no point. Just keep it a little bit away from the spine, and then just collage up. So there you go. I haven't done the backings yet, but here is some of the collaging I did so far. And then I decided I better turn the camera on and show you what I've been doing. So that way I'm going to be able to have these on the ready when I need some backing for something. And then I can just cut it into tags or journaling cards or make a pocket out of them, whatever I want to do. And then they're nicely, nicely within these books. So they're, it'll be easy to store. And so that's what I'm doing. These, I was fortunate that she gave me these, and they're quite a nice thick paper. You wouldn't be able to do this really with an ordinary magazine, and most likely with most books you wouldn't either, because the pages would be really thin. Well, at least the way I'm doing it. I guess you could you know, put card stock or whatever on it, and you know, make it so it's nice and heavy. If you had a lot of cardstock scraps. But anyways, that's it for today, guys. I hope that you're having a lovely, lovely day and a wonderful crafting day, and that hopefully you like this idea, and hopefully you can use it in your world too. Anyway, bye for now. See you next